Welcome to the Steve Shack.
Welcome.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Steve.
And together we are Steve. So before we begin, we'd like to do a little special ceremony that we always do before anything we ever have to do ever, including waking up in the morning.
Including waking up, going to bed, brushing teeth, calling grandma. For those of us who
Have grandmas.
Grandmas, be thankful.
Be very thankful.
Very thankful.
It's called Take a Tequila Shot. So, cheers.
Cheers. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. It doesn't get better than this, Steve. So today, Steve and I are going to be doing something kind of different than our usual videos. This is our first one, so that was a joke. Gotcha.
Walked right into that one.
So what are we going to be doing today?
Today, it's called Roommate Tag, and we're going to get to know each other a little bit more than we used to.
We've never met.
So get ready.
Steve and I have been friends for years, but we became like really best friends when Lord Ella released her album.
Melodrama.
Or one of two albums.
One of two.
Lord, please release an album.
Please respond.
Because we need something to bond over. It's been years.
Yeah, the friendship's
Decrepit. As fuck.
Here we go. Roommate tag number 1. Were you guys friends before you were roommates?
Yeah. We were friends in high school. You went to Europe, Paris, France.
All of the above.
All of the above. Europe, Paris, and France, which are not all the same thing. With Zoe, shout out to Zoe, we love you. And we met at Zoe's house one day after school. You guys were friends. Then we were like, you and Zoe stayed pretty close, like throughout the years. So then we were pretty close. But then when Lord, like our Christ and Savior, released her album,
Melodrama.
In 2016?
17.
Oh.
I think.
In 2017, we like super bonded, but we hung out like with Zoe and stuff.
We hung out one-on-one for the first time just a few weeks after Greenlight, I think.
Yes, and because we bonded so hard over it, and we've been friends ever since. The longest answer to the dumbest question. What was your first impression of each other?
I thought because we were at Zoe's house after we got back from Switzerland, and you and Maddie Getz were there, running around, cursing, laughing, being the coolest kids I've ever seen in my life. And I remember sitting on Zoe's bed like, they're going to devour me. I've got nothing to contribute, but you were nothing but nice to me.
And we devoured.
What you see is...
My view was just that you were cool. And also, that was like right before I was dating someone that you were friends with. So yeah. I like was intimidated by you as well in like a different way, like an older, like cooler, pretentious way. But she's not pretentious at all. But like the fact that they went to France, like, get a grip. We were 12.
Who does the most amount of house chores? I'm inclined to do them more.
It's her. Okay. Is there any habit that you know annoys your roommate?
Of mine.
Of yours. Well, I guess we can both answer, right?
Yeah. I'm like obsessively clean, but I feel like you are already pretty clean, so I haven't been freaking out.
I have seen worse in roommates on cleanliness and OCD. And I'm like a Virgo, so I'm very like particular, but like she'll attest to this, like with like I would leave it a mess for like 3 days, but then on the 3rd day I'm like spit spot, like cheerio, let's go.
Yes.
So that does not annoy me at all. I think it would annoy me if you were like texting me every day, like, will you clean this up? Will you clean this up? When like I don't mind leaving something out for like a day, but I also try not to because I know you don't like it. And plus it's just better to have like a space that's super clean. Like it just feels better all around.
Right. Like you make something in the kitchen, you leave crumbs, you wipe it up, it's done. Like we're both pretty good about that.
Yeah. And everything I do annoys her, if you were wondering her answer.
Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Who is the noisy roommate? The one that's screaming in this video.
Well,
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. I'm more noisy in the sense that, like...
You're more noisy and aware of it, whereas I might think...
You're more, like, clumsy. Like, you'll, like, pick up a pot in the middle of the night and, like, splatter it into a million pieces. And I'm more noisy.
Knock a candle off the glass coffee table at 1 a.m., me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm more like... I have a friend over at 2 a.m. and we're playing karaoke.
Lifesaver, though, is the ocean soundscape.
Shout out to Ocean.
Blast it on my Bluetooth, and it's a curtain of white noise. You could be practicing River Stomp, and I would say ZZZ because I'm unconscious. Who is the messy roommate?
We already kind of talked about that.
Which isn't even that messy.
No, I'm not like a gross person. But I'm more like, I mean, I'm just all over the place at all times.
I always think of the Monica Geller quote where she's like, I just put everything on your desk at right angles. And when I was a kid, I was like, what does that mean? Then took geometry and I was like,
and you grew into who you are and you're like, everything needs to be that.
Exactly.
I
bought a protractor, the rest is history.
I always think about the Chandler quote that I will say to you. I'll just be careful until otherwise noticed, or whatever he says.
Yes.
I need a drink. We'll be back.
Pause.
Have you ever walked in on the other person at the wrong time?
Define the wrong time.
Every time is the wrong time with me.
That's right. I need my privacy, and you know that. No.
No.
Not yet. Hopefully not.
You will.
Probably will.
I probably won't. You probably will. I'm not careful.
And I have no one over, so...
I, like, walked around in the morning naked, like, I hope Brooke actually went to work today, because if not, she's gonna get a show.
Really?
I mean, like, from the shower to my room.
I mean, you're welcome to. I haven't, because...
I don't like sitting
on this couch.
It's
a new place, and...
But anyway, not yet.
Do you both sit around naked?
Oh, that's really funny. Yes. No, actually. Not really. If I'm sitting around naked, I usually have underwear on.
I'm usually 45 minutes deep into Twitter. I come to, and I'm like, there's other things we could be doing. Naked or otherwise.
Naked or otherwise.
Yeah.
Which one of you gets easily frightened?
That would be me.
And I'm the frightener. We can't.
I'm terrified of him.
Yeah, it's a thing. I like to scare my friends. Like, Anyway.
Just like that. Who does most of the cooking?
That sounds like we're like a married couple.
I know. We each make our own stuff.
I don't. She does cooking. I don't do cooking.
I love to cook at home. You don't yet. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
I would love to. I hate Kroger, so I never go. So all that's in my pantry is peanut butter and ramen.
I hate Kroger during COVID.
I hate Kroger always.
There it is. I would
Every time I say something negative, I make eye contact with them just so they know that I'm being real.
I would move into Kroger, to be clear.
Who takes the longest to get ready? We take the same amount of time for different reasons, I would say.
Correct. I feel like you have a plan more, and more of the me taking a long time is figuring out what the plan's going to be.
I was thinking more of like
shirt can make me.
Oh, true. I feel like I can get ready in like 20 minutes, like put everything together or whatever, because my hair is straw. But like, I don't wear makeup or anything, but like.
Makeup, I do.
Yeah, like that would take you some time, whereas like I take the amount of time like listening to music and like having a pregame drink and like texting and like taking selfies. So like we're both ready at the same time, but like that sounds bad because it sounds like
you make it more of a like planned event, whereas I am like scrambling.
Getting ready to go somewhere is better than the thing always. Quote me on that, and you will all agree.
His Nobel Prize is in the mail for saying as much. I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Have you had a shower/bath together?
Yeah.
Yes, but not in the traditional way.
Yeah, like
Taylor Swift.
Oh, yes. On my birthday, we were at a Taylor Swift concert, and we had a hotel after, and I was in the bathtub doing a photo shoot. I also distinctly remember one time being in the bath at my Kirby school apartment and you at least like being outside talking to me.
I was outside the closed bathroom door. You also graciously drove me home one unfortunate birthday eve.
And you
tried to put me to bed in my bed, and I said, no, sir.
She walked to the bathtub and slept in the bathtub.
I would say cried to the bathtub.
You did crawl and cry, and it was her birthday, and I cleaned vomit off of her car. Old car.
That's
trailer.
That's how you know.
Who is the bigger foodie? I have ramen and peanut butter.
We both love food. I like to make I like to make food more, but like you're always down to try a new restaurant or whatnot. I might be.
The only things that I will not eat for real are like onions, and I don't like getting veggies on like burgers and stuff. Like I will eat a raw tomato. I'll eat a salad with lettuce, but I will not have like lettuce and tomato on my burger. I just want it meat and cheese if I'm going there. You know?
And that doesn't make it.
It doesn't make me a wimp.
It makes it tricky to be a risky eater because onions are the base of so many things and they don't tell you.
But the thing is, I don't mind the taste of onion. It's the crunch and the texture. So if there's like physically not onions, it's totally fine. Like I use onion salt and like onion powder and stuff.
Onion powder.
We stand.
Have you ever had to cover up a lie for your roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever pulled a prank on your roommate? If so, what? I've pulled so many.
How much time do you have?
But as a roommate, I have not pulled a single one.
That's correct.
So like we said, I have a tendency to scare my friends, like pop out and scare. But like now that we live together, it's a different thing because I'm not gonna like terrorize her at the home that I'm also in. Like I don't want her to like live in fear of me popping out at any given time, which she probably does already. Because anytime Brooke's awake, I'm like, hey, do you want to hang out? What are we doing today?
You ever had to lie to your roommate about their outfit and said it looked good even though it didn't?
No.
No, I'm not that risky.
We both wear very like basic, like
you put like fits together. I'm like, this is.
I wear an oversized Ariana Grande t-shirt and call it a day every day.
Call it a fit every day. No.
This one's so weird. Have you ever worn your roommate's underwear? Yes. 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 Remember when you gave me boxers? Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
My underwear was like too tight or something, right? No, it was at
Actually,
I had to change and I didn't have underwear for Bunbury, I think.
That's it.
Yeah, and you and Maddie kept me up all night.
Oh my god. Yes, you and Maddie can spend the night at my old apartment. I said Bobby had to be up at...
No, I had to work until midnight and then work at 3:30 a.m.
3:30 a.m.
Did not sleep a wink.
Maddie and I said, don't worry, you sleep in the living room. We'll be in the bedroom. We're watching SNL skits for 3 hours straight.
Laughing, screaming, making vlogs.
Convulsive scream laughing.
I might as well have a walkie-talkie in my ear.
Not a wink was had.
But a lot of fun was had.
But a memory was made and a question was answered. Have you ever stolen something from your roommate?
Your heart.
I feel like I did take something of yours that I meant to tell you about in the kitchen.
Oh, I used your salt before you told me it was okay.
Oh my god,
you were salt.
Bobby said, should I buy a separate salt and pepper shaker for the kitchen? And I was like, no. But I'm so particular about everything else.
Yes, I was gonna say you have to understand. Like it wasn't just. I would never ask anyone that. Like I'd be like, we have salt and pepper, but you never know what Brooke wants to keep separate or not.
And I have like my backup salt and pepper stowed away in one of the many kitchen cabinets.
With me going to Kroger once a year.
Correct. So I understand where it was coming from, but I was like, what did I take? You gave me 2 eggs. I really feel, maybe I thought about taking something of yours and was going to text you about it and didn't.
If we think of it, we'll let you guys know.
Well, I sometimes claim the remnants of
my fishbowl
of items that.
Oh yeah, she drinks the bottoms of my drinks when I leave them on the table.
Can't resist because that's just enough for me.
Last question.
Um,
What is the dumbest thing you have done together? I hate this question. We tried to do it last time.
the dumbest thing you've done together. Well,
This video.
this very moment.
We
Not
tried
dumb.
to date this guy.
We surely did. We were invested. We were disappointed
As heck.
as heckaroo. I do recall back in the time of the cinema, we would go to Marymount Theater. Maybe bleep that because it's our secret spot. But nobody.
TMZ is gonna find us.
TMZ is going to find us in half a second. Nobody ever went to that theater because it wasn't an AMC. It wasn't a Cinebistro.
Might as well have been.
We would sometimes see movies that were completely empty because they didn't have everything. They had only indies sometimes. We would have the whole theater to ourselves and we could do whatever we wanted in there, etc. Not anything.
I know, that made it sound so weird. We would hit our jewels, and one time we saw a movie and there were people everywhere. And I hit my jewel and I coughed. And the smoke went in front of all the people all around us.
Absolutely.
And I never smoked a jewel again. So, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time for Steve and Steve. We haven't thought of a name yet, but
still in the blueprint stage.
so thank you for watching our pilot episode.
Wow,
Steve
congrats. Getting it on
and
the ground floor.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Tell
that
your
you
friends,
were so
tell your
lucky.
enemies, break up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend because I'm so bored.
So bored.
That was amazing.
That was
We did
great.
it.
That was great.